Hi, it's Transfer Daily update here. Of course, the transfer window shut yesterday, and I just wanted to sort of bring people up to date with what actually happened in the transfer window. So let's take a look at who came in and who went out, right? Because just so that you know exactly what happened, there's been a lot of talk and a lot of argument about the whole transfer window, but let's just do a final analysis and roundup of it. So the players that came in: Alexander Lacazette for a fee of 46 million, said to rise up to 52.7 million, and Sead Kolasinac, he came from Schalke on a free transfer. So those are the two players that came in. Only two players came in, right? The players that went out now that's where it gets interesting, because there's quite a lot of players that went out. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to Liverpool for £40 million. A real surprise to everybody. He'd featured in all the games for Arsenal this season, but he went to Liverpool. Real surprise, that one. Wojciech Szczesny went to Juventus for 10.5 million. Gabriel to Valencia for 10 million. Kieran Gibbs to West Brom for 7 million. Kaylan Hines went to Wolfsburg for 2 million. Dan Crowley to Willem II for undisclosed fee. Savas Morgas to Norwich for an undisclosed fee. Ismail Benatia to Empoli, another undisclosed fee. John Torrell to Hull City, undisclosed, so I think it's probably going to be about £3 million. Chris Willock went to Benfica on a free. Stefan O'Connor, Newcastle, on a free. Glenn Kamara, Dundee, on a free. Yaya Sanogo to Toulouse on a free. Joel Campbell to Real Betis on loan. Lucas Perez to Deportivo La Coruna on loan. Takuma Asano, player we bought last season but we've not seen yet at Arsenal, went to Stuttgart on loan. Mark Abola went to Bristol Rovers on loan. Stephanie Madivi to Preston on loan. Cohen Bramall, again, who we bought last season, he went to Birmingham City on loan. Carl Jenkinson to Birmingham on loan. Emilio Martinez to Getafe on loan, and two players released. That was Christopher de Gracia and Kostas Pilias released. So lots and lots of players going out, and only two players coming in. Now, working it out, and it's really hard to work out exactly Arsenal's business, but just kind of working it out, you know, you don't know all the undisclosed fees. Arsenal look like they've made a net profit of £17.8 million. Only one other club made a more profit than Arsenal in this transfer window in the Premier League, and that was Swansea. And, you know, Swansea, you would expect Arsenal Football Club a net profit of £17.8 million in a window where over £1 billion has been spent, where money's been going left, right and centre on players. Arsenal effectively bought two players, and when you think about it, effectively one, because Sead Kolasinac was in the last year of his contract, agreed a move to Arsenal in January. That's why it was announced literally before the transfer window even opened. So that doesn't really specifically count. Really, one deal, Alexander Lacazette. Now, you would have seen the videos of me and a lot of fans over the past couple of days. You would have seen me quite frustrated on a lot of the transfer dailies. And I think that sums it up. Just for me, a lack of ambition. This was a chance I felt for Arsene Wenger and the board of the football club to really make a statement to the Arsenal fans, to show them that we're serious about winning the league. Remember, we finished 5th last year. What we've basically done is we've bought in two players, I think two quality players, and we've shipped out a load of players, taking a load of players off the wage bill as well as turning a profit. We've shifted loads of players off of the wage bill, and that's it. We kept hold of Alexis Sanchez, which I suppose is a good thing because he's a quality player. But what's going to happen with Alexis Sanchez? What frame of mind is he going to be in? I mean, what I can see happening with the Alexis Sanchez thing is that Arsenal will probably make an approach to him, say to Alexis, say, listen, let's sign a 1-year extension onto your deal. That way, when you walk away at the end of the season, we can, charge a higher fee for you. You can still get your move if, say, a club bids over a certain amount, so maybe they'll write some sort of clause into it, and we'll put you on higher wages until you leave, and that way, hopefully, that will give them the incentive to be more happier and play. I mean, it's a mess. The Thomas Lemar situation, where Lemar, yesterday, a player that we were looking to pay 45, 50 million pounds for, and didn't want to go any higher. All of a sudden yesterday, we were trying to bid 90 million to bring him in, and failed with that bid. He scored 2 goals last night, by the way, for France. One brilliant goal. But we failed with that bid to get Thomas Lemar, and now we've got no chance of getting him until at least next season, and then the price would have gone up again even higher. A real mess. There just didn't seem to be any strategy to our transfer dealings at all this summer. The only strategy in there, because even when you look at the Lacazette thing, we got lucky with that. We got in there because he was unable to go to Atletico Madrid because of the transfer ban. So God knows if that wouldn't have been the case, it might have just been Kolasinac. The only strategy this summer seemed to be about getting players out of the club. And even then, we still got players like Debuchy still at Arsenal. So, I don't know. For me, transfer window has been an absolute disaster. Fans, instead of, I mean, what the point of a transfer window, I feel, is to refresh and rejuvenate your team and get people, fans and players, excited ahead of the new season. If that's the marker of a transfer window, we've failed miserably. The fans are really, really unhappy. They're more unhappy than they were at the end of last season. The players look unhappy. There seems to be infighting. There's players like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain who decided to go to Liverpool for less money, right? There seems to be a lot of players unhappy in the camp. It is just a mess at the moment. It can all turn on results either way. If we have a couple of good results, maybe beat Bournemouth, go away and beat Chelsea, maybe people might say, well, okay. It could also go the other way. Lose any of those 2 games, it's all back again. It's a chance missed for Arsenal Football Club. I really don't understand it. If I was a manager, I would have used this as an opportunity and said, right, I'm going big and I'm showing the fans something. But all that's been shown for me is a lack of ambition, and also a real failure to grasp modern day transfers. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. For everybody who watched Transfer Daily throughout the transfer window, thank you very much. As I was saying yesterday, the averages of the show, I think, is over 150,000 a day. Absolutely incredible. You know, I remember when I first started doing these, people told me it can't be done. You can't talk about transfers every day. We do. But thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the show. And we will be back in January.